Hey, good evening, gang. Anthony Fontana here, live after 5. Just wanted to touch base with all of my friends today, this Saturday night. Phenomenal day today. Weather-wise, it was absolutely unbelievable. I don't know if any of you were out today, but it was like spring outside. Incredible. I was out and about for a portion of the day, and at meetings and all that good stuff. And it was just wonderful to be out there and relaxing, just a tad in between appointments. So one of my old style steering wheel videos earlier today. I started doing those many years ago when I was running between multiple real estate appointments, and it was like a very much busier outside day than I have today at this time in my life. So I started doing them because due to time constraints and the fact that I was being asked to communicate certain messages in the course of my day, it was the easiest way to do it. I used to start the video when I hit a red light or traffic light, or just start the car, and then I would stop it when I hit another light. And they would usually run between 2 and 6 or 7 minutes, and they would get so much feedback and a lot of support, hundreds, sometimes thousands of views. It was a lot of fun doing that. So I did one today because I had a thought on my mind that I wanted to capture it because I wanted to fine tune it tonight. I had just met a young lady today at a real estate office. I'd never met her before. And I was just so impressed with her. I wasn't in a suit and a tie. I was actually in a pair of red sneakers, pair of ripped jeans, and a t-shirt, or just like a small polo shirt. And she really didn't know who I was. And hanging out with her a little bit, I just had a really great time. I was waiting on a real estate agent to meet with me. Her attitude, her intelligence, her willingness to do more than most of her peers are willing to do. She's a young lady, probably early 20s, I would imagine. Came down from another country, has been living here for a while, focused on a degree in medicine, that arena. I was just so blown away by the work ethic and her attitude, which I don't see a lot in younger people. So that prompted me to say this tonight and to do my little video earlier. But what happens when we grow up? We get older, we become adults, we start adulting, we forget how to dream. This young lady clearly has a dream, without question. I was very impressed with it. And, when you're a kid, kids just dream. They want to be an astronaut. They create, fake, make-believe igloos in the backyard in a snowstorm. When they have snowball fights, they're just doing battle, like the old style battle with each other. They think about things differently from us because they have no recollection of failure, do they? They just know that whatever they think about is going to happen, and they play with their swords and cowboys and Indians and all the millions of things. We were kids, and I remember we would walk around and we would find these giant refrigerator boxes. Now today, of course, because of whatever, they get carted away by the stores that deliver the refrigerators. But back then, they didn't do that. Those things got stuck in front of the house until the garbage department guys swung by and wrestled the giant thing into the back of their truck, So we would grab those things and we would hustle it over to the nearest schoolyard, and then we would haul it up the steps of the school to the front doors, the entryway, 25 steps to the bottom, and we would get in it and we would throw ourselves down the stairs. Why? I don't know. We would make believe we were in a tank, and we would do battle with a couple of these things if we were lucky enough to find 2 of them in a weekend, and we would wear those things out until they couldn't work anymore. It was just so much fun playing with stuff like that. We didn't have computers. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have, for crying out loud, we didn't even have calculators back in those days. So we had to make up the games that we played, stoop ball and stick ball and ringalivio and manhunt and all the things that we did to keep busy, all involved our imaginations. We had to think about what we wanted to be doing. We had to create it. And today, things are different as we get older. You see, we outgrow the clothing of our youth, right? As we get older and bigger, or whatever. In my case, definitely bigger. And we also outgrow the clothing of our minds. We outgrow the emotional freedoms that we have when we're children. It's a sad thing in a way because we have more experience, more worldly views, we're more knowledgeable, we have so much more things to back up. And why don't we dream as much as we did when we were kids? Because we start adulting And that's a sad thing. We forget the fact that we're creative beings, that we're designed to create. We completely ignore the fact that we have this massive computer on our heads that can pretty much deliver to us anything that we think about with enough passion and enough excitement to get ahead and do it. So I was talking to my 50-year and above-year-old, colleagues today, so to speak, and how many of us at this age bracket, 40 and above, they seem to think that, it's just over. The youth of today are, taking control of everything. They run everything, and we just have to follow along and pray we can understand even 100%, 1% of what they do. Well, that's just plain nonsense. I mean, it really truly is. I mean, I'm on TikTok. It's a youthful program. It's a youthful app. I'm on there. And I'm seeing people that are in my age bracket, slightly younger, many older, and they're putting some fabulous content out. I'm doing the same thing. I'm learning the programming on that, and I'm learning how to run that algorithm, and I expect to have 1 million followers on there in the next 12 months. Will that happen? I pray to God. I love it. I'm having a good time with the information that I'm learning on that platform. So this new technology, these newfangled gadgets, this new system that's in place right now is designed for anyone to succeed. So if you're 50 and you think that your whole world is over, that you just got to suck it up and do what you've been doing because you have no choice, you have to pay the bills, you've grown up and you're now an adult, well, I have news for you. You can easily revert back to the dream state that you used to have when you were a child. You can just simply turn that vehicle on. It doesn't go away. It gets covered by the cobwebs of life. It gets covered by the stuff that we go through in our world as we grow older. I mean, I was excited to grow up. When I hit 20 years old and we had a baby and I bought a house, I was so pumped for my future. I've never lost that enthusiasm for my future. And my future, I still have 30 good years ahead of me, maybe even 35, God willing. You do too. You have an entire lifetime of adventure and stuff that you can put into play to change your world. So I'm just putting it out there to some of you guys. Saturday night, y'all may be watching TV. I've been working pretty much all day on my dreams, on my goals. Going to grab Lady MJ in a bit and hang out because I haven't seen her all day. So I am more than willing to see a bright, exciting, fun future, an adventure-filled land that I'm traveling to, just like when I was a kid. Now, maybe I'm not going to jump into a refrigerator box and throw myself down a flight of stairs. God knows I can barely walk down the set of stairs I have right now with 2 feet. And that's just the way it is as we get a little bit older, right? But the mind stays sharp. Your attitude is the key to doing more than you're doing right now. Your mind can control and create whatever the hell it is you want. So I don't give a gosh darn how old you are. Get that nonsense put to the side and step up and start acting your age. In here, not in the body, but in your mind. Because in your mind, you're as young as you think you are. And age is just a number anyway, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Hi, Alyssa. Hi, Sue Ann. Hi, Ronald, buddy from high school. Christos, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Gary from England. England is in the house. Thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Share if you care. If you know a 50-year-old that needs to get a kick in the ass to go out and get a little something else done, send him this video or send her this video. Stop adulting. Let's get back into being what we really are. Children with slightly older bodies, but with a tremendous mindset. We love you guys. Let me sign off on this one. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night, Sunday night.